everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you kind of a fun video. I'm going to show you some, I don't know if I would say most, but some of my retro toys, mostly from the 80s and 90s. So, if you grew up in those two decades, or you love them and you appreciate them, you will love these as well. So, let's get started. Alright, I'm going to start right here. There's my Raggedy Ann doll. I've had her since I was like 2 years old. I also have Andy, but he's up in the attic. I didn't feel like bringing them both down because they're kind of big. And then there's Pee-wee and his scooter. Found that at my grandma's house. I also found Pee-wee's Playhouse, which is also in the attic, but it's only because it's a huge box. I don't feel like hauling it down the steps. But there's Pee-wee and his scooter. And he comes with his helmet right there. Then, I start here. I found this Ken doll at my grandma's house too. He's missing a shoe. I had it. I don't know where it went. It's just one of my last Barbies that I played with when I was a kid. That's the last one I have. You remember those Barbies from the 90s where it's she's Skipper. She's the green one. There was a green one, a blue one, and a pink one. And they're like Teen Skipper and whatever. And they came with that little thing of like hair dye that you could put it in her hair and it turns some green or blue or pink. That's the green one. And I have her hat around here somewhere. I just don't know where. I tried finding it. But I have one of her shoes. One of her socks. I lost her bracelet. Not sure how. But I also lost her little bag. I used to have that. But I know one of the shoes accidentally lost in the back seat of the car growing up. So it fell down in between the seats somehow. Anyway, I also lost the white one of the flags. I lost the yellow flag to my Polly Pocket Mansion, which I have in the drawer over there, but I didn't feel like digging it out. Same way, in between the car seat. Then I got my Roger Rabbit right here. Everyone remembers Roger Rabbit. And then my Taco Bell dog that used to talk, and all of a sudden, it doesn't talk anymore. It used to say, "How cool is this?" And there's my Doodle Cat. You know, like Doodle Bear. Well, this is a Doodle Pet, but it's a cat. That's that. And then, this Barbie I also found at my grandma's house. Is, excuse me, Buster. Barbie Sensations. That was a weird noise. Anyway, Barbie Sensations. She comes with a cassette tape, which is right there. And there's my Buster Bunny. And, oh, Winnie the Pooh fell. He's down there. Hold on. I hope I can get knocking that off. Man, things just do not want to stay. So anyway, that's my Winnie the Pooh. I have Tigger in the closet. But these are just 3 of my Beanie Babies. I used to have a whole container of Beanie Babies, but I only have my favorites left now. There's Blizzard and Mystic the Unicorn. And then my very first Beanie Baby I ever got is at King's Dominion one year. This is Snip the Cat. And I still have my 2 pound purries. I used to have a pound puppy years ago. Yep. Still have those. And then, you grew up in the 90s like I did. You remember Kitty Kittens. Those are my 2. So that's what's on the chair. So now, I'm going to come over here. I found this at a thrift store actually. And it was still in the package and I was like, my grandma used to have one of those. It's the little boom boxes. See? So I was like, yes. I had the Furby Trainer's Guide. I found that up in the attic. I guess I didn't grab that one, but I do have my Pokemon handbook from like 1997, 1998 in my closet. Along with Rainbow Fish and a couple other childhood books that I didn't feel like digging out because they're in a container on a shelf. And I found these. Everyone who remembers Anastasia. It's a sticker book and trace and color book. I used to have the actual golden book and then a coloring book too. I don't know what happened to those though. And somehow I still have these 2. And then everyone remembers these cups. That's Minnie Mouse, you can tell by the eyelashes. And then this cool camera. I have a Mickey version. And then I'm going to see if this works. I've been seeing these a lot on TikTok and I randomly found another container of mine up in the attic and it was in there. So, I'm not sure where my camera is. But, oh, there we go. There. See, you can see it. It's Goofy. That's the one where they're in a haunted house. I love that one. That was always one of my favorite cartoons. Mickey cartoons. And then I have this. You know, the thing where you go up and down. I don't have a thing in it right now, but I have a bag of them somewhere. They were in my closet. Oops, sorry, that's the tape. And then, you remember the Happy Meal toys from the 90s that had the Mickey characters like this? That's Mickey. I used to have Mickey, which this was actually my aunt's, but I had one myself. And I had Daisy, and Goofy, and Dale, and Minnie. I had a whole container of McDonald's toys. Well, not just McDonald's toys, but that was years ago. And in this, I found at my aunt's house. I found 2 of them. But that one's my favorite. That is an 80s Walkman. Right there. With teal color and everything. And it still kind of works. And then, I've had this little Snow White for years. And you see her? Come on, Snow White. There you go. You can tell how old she is. And then, another thing from the 90s. You remember Burger King. I can't open it, but there it goes. Remember when Burger King had the gold-plated Pokemon cards? That's mine. That's Jigglypuff. I also still have my book of original Pokemon cards. They're in that bag right there. I just didn't feel like taking it out because it's kind of big, but that's that. And the last thing I have on this table is my Furby, which moves but doesn't make noise anymore. It hadn't done that ever since I moved back up here. I had put batteries in it, and I tried to see if it still worked, but it didn't make noise anymore. I'm not really sure why. Something happened to it, I guess, in transit by accident. But that's the stuff here. Now I'm going to show you just a couple more things. I'm going to start over here on my bookcase. You can see I have all these old cars, but this one's one of my favorites. I've had this for years. Hot Wheel cars. See? And the doors open like a DeLorean. So I have that. I got these 2. These 3 things are not really retro, but I got like this here, the Reptar one. There's my Rubik's Cube that I've had for as long as I can remember. It was at my aunt's house. But these containers are actually candy mint containers, but I got them at Five Below mostly. And then I've had these 3 cars right here for a very long time. And then here's Jar Jar Binks still in the package. And then up here, it's just my Funko collection mostly, and my Superman. But that's my little Oreo dude. And there's Guinan from Star Trek Next Generation. And then right here, still in the bag that I found at my aunt's house randomly, there's the Noid from Domino's Pizza. So that's what I have over here. And see that rubber ducky, the big one? That's the one I used to play with when I take it back to my grandma's house. I have my boat somewhere. Anyway, here's my Winnie the Pooh. That's the kind of stuff I used to get at the Disney store at the mall. Like that Winnie the Pooh right there. And then this doll right here, I used to play with it at my grandma's house all the time. So, that's a little Redskins bear from my grandma's house. And then, that I found at my grandma's house too, the Pillsbury Doughboy. And then, like I said, I'll try and open the drawer really quick, but there it is. There's my Polly Pocket Mansion right there. Everything's inside of it right now, but there it is. It's a little dusty, but that's where I have that. Oh, and another thing, who remembers Burger King Kids Club? I still have a football. Anyway, that is most that I want to show, but like I said, yeah, my Pokemon card game is right down there. That's my whole actual Pokemon cards in a Pokemon binder. The one more thing I want to show that I forgot about over here. See that pink container? That's my Pogs. You can see where it kind of says Pog. Hold on. See? Pog. And then, see? It kind of goes in it. There you go. Pog. Those are my Pogs. Because I still have Pogs. Anyhow. But, yeah. I think that about wraps that up for what I have right now that I wanted to show. I have gone through stuff you know, um, within the past since, I don't know. But, so I only have like, up in attic, I still have 6 containers of my childhood stuff. That's it. They're kind of full, but some of them are. And so, that's actually pared down from quite a bit. And I am keeping my favorite stuff, and I had no idea I still had that, that I keep seeing on TikTok lately. It's a Fisher-Price toy. And you wind it up, of course. And I have another thing for it, but I don't remember which one it is, because I lost the papers not on it, so it's just a yellow thing. Anyhow, one more look. Pee-wee. Cat. What are you doing? So I hope you enjoyed this look at some of my retro toys from the 80s and 90s. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment. Don't click that little bell icon so you know when the next video is coming out. And as always, all of our social media is linked in the description box below. And thank you for watching.